Kia ora. So we get quite a few queries asking about what's the best way for me to wash my jeans. So I happen to have a pair of jeans that need washed. Today I'm going to take you through that, wash those and show you the method that I would do to wash my jeans and you get a good feel for it. So yeah, I've got this pair. These are selvedge. This was the sample pair from the first run of selvedge we did. So these are quite old now. They've had plenty of wear and they have been washed a few times. First thing I would say before you do consider washing your jeans is to wait 6 months if they're brand new. You want to let them have that 6 months of being worn in, settling in before you start to wash them. You lose some of that indigo. It will just mean that you get a better fade. And in general, we would recommend that you wash them as little as possible. Just helps get those fades and gets the jeans to age in the best way possible. As I said before, it's kind of like the bathtub method, so I'd usually literally do them in the bath, but for the purpose of this video, I've got a plastic tub so that I can do this up here and you can see what I'm up to through the whole process. I think by this stage, I'm going to be here all day doing this. All right. We're not filled up now. That would obviously be a lot easier in a bath type situation, but good enough for us for today. First thing you want to do with your jeans is to unfurl the cuffs. Make sure if there's any loose dirt or anything in there, get that out. If there's anything, you might want to run a stiff brush over these at this point, tidy up any loose dirt, and then you want to turn them inside out. So there we go, got them inside out. Okay, so now we're going to add some detergent. I've got this Railcar denim laundry. It's great stuff. I got this from That Was Then, This Is Now in Wellington. Bought it with my own money, no affiliation to them whatsoever, but it's good stuff. You can use any detergent you want, but this is pretty good. You want the water to be warm but not hot, and this gets a splash in there. Once that's mixed through, we're just going to sink these jeans into that water. I'm going to get them in there, make sure that they're soaked all the way through, and then we're going to work some of that water into them, so just scrunching them up. If you've got them nice and flat, that won't hurt them. And you might find that you'll need to get something heavy just to weigh them down at this stage, keep them under the water, and you're going to want to leave them there soaking for about half an hour. So we'll leave them for now and then come back and see how they're getting on. Alright, so now that they've sat for half an hour, you're going to come back and that water's going to be all kinds of funky. Try not to think too much about what is going into that. I'm sure it's all good stuff. This is, it'll be a bit yellow. In the first wash, there'll be much more blue to that. That indigo will wash out quite a lot in the first wash compared to now when these have had a couple. But don't panic about that, it's all part of the process. You're going to want to grab actually a towel for this bit. Drain them off. and then lift them out and pad them dry before you do anything with them. Okay, so we've tipped out the used water, filled this up with cold, clean water. That would obviously be a lot easier in a bath situation, so that's going to be ideal, but we're sorted here. And now we're going to put the jeans back in to give them a rinse. Back in the water, massage that through, make sure you get all that detergent out from the last wash. And then again, back out onto the towel to dry off and take the worst of the water out of that. Cool, so that's the jeans washed, rinsed, and now they have been padded dry up with a towel. We need to finish that drying process, and we are going to do that by hanging them flat on a drying rack outside in the sun. Okay, so now if we head outside, we've got a perfect day for it here. I want to grab a rack like this or something so that we can hang them to dry, and you just want to drape them over so that there's no holes or creases, and they'll be perfect just to let dry. Okay, so that's the jeans washed and they're hanging out to dry, so in a few hours they'll be ready to wear. Hope you found that useful. It is fair to say that that's not the only method of washing your jeans. In fact, some people don't wash their jeans. They might only put them in the freezer to kill off bacteria. Some people just chuck theirs in the washing machine and don't think too much about it. These different extremes are going to mean that your jeans fade in different ways. There's nothing wrong with any of them, but we'd love to hear from you. How do you do it? Do you do something differently? Let us know in the comments section. Let us know how that affects your jeans as they age over time. But if you follow the method we've gone through today, where you wait for 6 months, then wash them as little as possible following that methodology, it'll be sure to mean that your jeans last for ages and that you get really nice characterful fades as they wear in. So thanks again. Cheers.